What I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen, is some fascinating new information about some declassified top secret government documents that expose the satellite hoax for what it is, a $1 trillion helium balloon program.
There's nothing better than a good facepalm moment from the internet, and NathanThompson, one of the leaders of the biggest flat earth Facebook groups that ever existed, he's the gift that just keeps on giving. So let's take a look at his video. All I'm going to do is skip through the part where he says this is for his patrons and thanks them for the support and goes right in to this.
Is fake AF.
Let me just go ahead and fix this for him really fast.
Wow!
There we go.
I am of the belief and understanding that there is no possible way that anything weighing over a ton is being put in the nose cone of any rocket. I don't give a how powerful the rocket is.
That's the first mistake of this video. He's admitting right away that he doesn't care about the math, he doesn't care about the physics or the possibility. To him, if it's over a ton, it just doesn't work. Is that the truth? No, I don't think so, because I think rockets weigh more than that, right? I could be wrong. I mean, I haven't looked at it either. I'm just not willing to provide you with unlimited facepalm material by making a statement like that myself.
Dumb mass, meaning extra weight, material, and scientific instruments, literally affects the entire performance of a particular rocket based on the amount of fuel it needs to have on board to do what it needs to do. But there's no way, I don't give what type of physics science that they're engaging in mathematics. There's no way they're sending something up in the sky on a rocket that weighs over a ton and allowing it to maintain its aerodynamic stability.
Okay, you guys got to give me credit for the dumb mass joke. That was good. You got to admit it was good, but he walked right into that one. Here's the problem, man. If you think that there is a problem with the amount of weight that a rocket uses compared to the fuel, or whatever the hell you're trying to say, do the math in front of us. Express to us that you understand the math. Express to us that you understand the physics, and then literally do it in front of us on the screen. If you can make these videos, you can pull up MS Paint, or you can pull up a notepad, and you can just, type it out and show us how, according to this formula, this rocket with this amount of fuel would not lift this amount of weight. Why don't you do that, Mr. Thompson and company? I think I know. In fact, I think I'm going to add another face bomb. Do it, Busy.
And remain control and stay in control where that rocket is not spinning out of control and basically exploding in the sky. So based on that hypothesis, I'm going to reveal this document to you guys to show you there ain't nothing in the nose cones in those rockets. The entire satellite program worldwide, okay, worldwide, is a balloon program.
So at this point, you may be wondering why Mr. Thompson and his friend here
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
want to pull this whole satellites don't exist, but they are just helium balloons, blah, blah, blah. It's a common flat earth trope. For a long time, it trended in the flat earth movement for satellites to be fake, and it got them a lot of views. And of course, anytime something trends in the flat earth conspiracy theory, let's call it a meme, they take that and add it to their mythology. They know that it works on their audience, so they use it on their audience. Anyway, though, for him to say this, I hope he plans to prove it, because Mr. Thompson here,
Super Nintendo.
he stated we'd have absolute proof, secret proof from the government that this is true. Give us the secret proof from the government.
Super Nintendo.
Check out the title, Space and Missile Systems Center. Very telling. It's a fairly recent interview. It was done within the last 20 years, and it's recently been declassified. This is an interview with Lieutenant Colonel Harold E. Mitchell, and he worked on the Corona program. Let me digress about the Corona program. The Corona program is still a top secret program. It was a program launched by the NRO, the National Reconnaissance Office, in conjunction with the CIA. These helium balloons were said to contain optical and photographic instruments for mapping and reconnaissance for intelligence gathering capabilities. No satellites in space, just balloons. This interview spills the beans how this pilot used a C-119 turboprop dual engine cargo plane from the US Air Force, and it was specially outfitted with a hook to catch these balloons that they were using for reconnaissance and mapping.
And this is specifically why you should not listen to people like this. They go out and search around and try to find anything that they can in order to prove their point. So what if we had a propaganda program that used helium balloons to spy and record on people? I mean, you could make arguments about politics, and I don't do that here, so... But the argument you're trying to make is, this program disproves all of satellites. I don't even need to go into the specifics. It's so incredibly stupid. It's so incredibly obvious what you're trying to do, Thompson. All I can say is...
Hi, Lisa.
Super
Hi,
Nintendo Chalmers.
They can go beyond that. NASA has had a balloon program literally for decades, over as long as they've been in existence. Some of these balloons are the size of a football field. When you look at the size of a football field, 100 yards long, 50 yards wide, just imagine what that looks like up in the sky. Think about what a balloon that size could lift off the ground.
Now, hold on a minute. You've got a problem imagining what rocket engines can lift off the ground when they have all of this thrust and they make all this noise and they shoot out all this fire and they have all this power behind them. You have a hard time imagining what a rocket can lift. But when it comes to a football field-sized balloon, no problem at all.
That they had no opportunity to see the gondola, so we carried sidearms. You hear that? They didn't want people to see this thing. So they were always strapped, ready to go. That if someone were to see one of these things, they had to deal with that person. Now, this was back in 1954. You bet your ass the same thing is happening today. They don't want nobody seeing the Hubble come down on a parachute.
So now they have to add in the mystery and the intrigue to get you hooked.
They don't want anyone seeing what's inside that aircraft, to the point that they will shoot a lieutenant colonel because there is no satellite program. It's all a hoax. It's just that these satellites are not cartoon metal boxes falling around the Earth in a circle. It's helium balloons. That's what it has been for decades.
Throughout the entire video, Mr. Thompson has been approaching parts that he's about to play, but then saying, we've got to save that for my Patreon. I'm going to show you a clip of him doing it in just a second. I'm not going to link his Patreon. I'm not going to show his Patreon, because that's what Thompson's doing this for. Thompson takes someone else's video, tries to make it all spooky and mysterious, plays through the entire thing that he's always done. Then he takes out the quote-unquote best parts and says, if you want to see the best parts, head over to my Patreon. Let's play them for you. Play the instances where he's done this, where I don't have to edit out his link.
And we'll save all that for my Patreons. And this is another super mind-blowing part. He finds a bunch more mirrors, but we're also going to save all that stuff. Next, we got an entire balloon launch. How they do it in Antarctica, how they Zamboni the ice, how they set the balloon up and launch it. It's all on the video. Sign up to my Patreon. Thank you very much. If you want the full video, join my Patreon. Really enjoy you guys watching the video. Appreciate it. I shared most of the good information because I'm terrible at keeping secrets. Save that for my Patreons also. Alright, I'll give you a little preview. And we'll save all that for my Patreons.
And this will end out this episode. To anyone that watched to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. My audience has been wanting me to get back into my normal content. Well, here's the first video back into my normal content. But we're not just going to be criticizing Flat Earth. We're going to criticize all idiocy, all liars, all craziness. I have a little catchphrase for it, but I won't even bring it up. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, hit the like button. I have a Patreon, but I'm only going to mention it once in a video, if at all. And I'm going to give the option to you because it's just as important if you watch the video, share the video, like the video, leave comments.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.